Hey guys, it's Megan. Welcome back to my kitchen. This evening I'm going to fix homemade potato soup. It is my mom's recipe. Grew up eating it. I love it. As an adult, I love it. It's just relatively simple. If you hear, I've got bacon. If only you could smell it, right? So I've got a couple pieces of bacon. I've got 8 potatoes, a block of 8-ounce cheese, a pot for your potatoes, a pot for your cheese sauce mixture, and then of course bacon. But you don't have to use bacon if you don't want to. I use it at the end to just chop up and add it on top. That sound right. So I'm gonna flip this bacon real quick, and then I'm gonna go ahead and peel these potatoes and get ready to cut them. I'm almost done cutting these potatoes. You basically just want to cut them into bite-sized pieces. Just, you know, little bite-sized pieces. You don't want to cut them so small that when they boil in the water, they'll boil down to nothing. But nobody wants, you know, a giant bite. That's hard to chew. Like, I would say, you know, this piece might be a little bit too big. And like this is better. Go ahead and turn this on medium-high heat for the potatoes. Clean this up real quick. I'm going to go ahead and cut this block of cheese up. I've learned over the years it's easier to kind of have your cheese sauce prepared, or your cheese prepared for your sauce, rather than trying to prepare it while it is going. I mean, if you wanted to use shredded cheese, you could. And you could use probably any cheese that you want to. This is just cheddar cheese. It just depends on what you want your soup to taste like. But the sauce that I'm going to make with the soup is the exact same sauce that I use for macaroni and cheese, which I did a Sloppy Joe video. But it's the same stuff I use for macaroni and cheese. You could make au gratin potatoes with it and just cut the potatoes into slices and dump this roux over top of it. And then you could pop it in the oven if you wanted to. It's just very versatile on what you want to do with it. In this pot here, I just have a half a stick of butter. Got some new canisters. I'll leave that right there. So we got about a half a stick of butter. And then I make this recipe so much, I don't know the measurements because I've just, you know, you just know it by doing it. So this is about a big old helping tablespoon of flour. I'll do about another one. And I got that on the burner. We'll get a spoon. Kind of combine it. We'll put it on medium heat. Now you want to cook your flour. So if you do this, like we're going to go add the milk. You don't want to add the milk too quickly because then you'll just have like flour dough ball soup mixture. I'm actually going to add a hair more flour, just a little bit more. So that was a big spoon of just 2 helpings of flour and a half stick of butter. So we've got kind of got a thick mixture here. Then we're going to dump in some milk. And again, I'm going to eyeball it. So I would guess probably 4 or 5 cups of milk. And it'll kind of come together and get a little bit thicker. Easton's got some sharks in the other room. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and add some of this cheese. If you cut them into smaller chunks too, I kind of did bigger chunks, it will melt faster. So if you use shredded cheese instead of the block cheese, it would melt faster. I mean, like I said earlier, you could use this. Instead of using cheddar cheese, you could use mozzarella cheese or Parmesan cheese. And you could make an Alfredo sauce and add, you know, oregano, thyme, things like that. Now we're just going to let this melt. And you don't really want to walk away from this. You want to be able to keep an eye on it because it can burn on the bottom. This cheese is melting really good. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Simply because it'll add a little bit more flavor. I'm also going to go ahead and add some salt and pepper. I don't know if you can tell, but it's getting thicker. The cheese helps with that. Add some pepper. Add some salt. I'm also going to add a little bit of thyme and a little bit of basil. That's optional though, you totally don't have to do that. I turn the heat down on these potatoes because they're boiling really good. At this point, you just kind of want this sauce to get a little bit thicker. So you need to keep an eye on it. Alright, I'm going to turn the heat down on this cheese sauce because it's starting to get going. We don't want to burn it. Okay, I'm going to taste this. Okay, if you go to taste this, you just got it out of a hot pot, so be careful. It tastes really good. I always taste it to see if it needs more salt or if it needs more pepper. And it's easier to, you know, do the sauce, season the sauce than season the whole thing. Alright, so I'm going to check these potatoes. The way that you can tell if potatoes are done, if you don't know, is just by poking them with a fork. And if the fork goes all the way through easily, then they're done. And these are done. So I'm going to turn this off and strain them, and I'll be right back. Here are the potatoes. Here is the cheesy mixture. I am just simply going to pour the cheesy mixture on top of the potatoes. It looks good. I'm a good cooker. And then very gently mix it together. You don't want to mix it like crazy because you will mash the potatoes because they are cooked. Now let's get a spoon and ladle it into bowls. There's our soup. If you wanted to, you could chop up some green onions and put some green onions on top, but I'm not going to do that this evening. It is an option though, and like I said, you don't have to put the cheese and bacon on top if you don't want to. It's all all your opinion. But I got little guys that are hungry to eat this evening, so thank you for joining me and take care. and God bless.